What's up, everybody, man? It's your host, 𝐥𝐢𝐤, and I'd like to welcome you guys to another episode of the Black Cat Panther podcast. Welcome to the experience, man. This is what it's all about. Look, make no mistake about it. You already see it. Is Bryce Young potentially out at quarterback? Look, there's a lot of things that's going around, and it's not only his size. Look, what is going on with Bryce Young's potential Patrick Mahomes look-alike that we keep? I mean, when it comes to this quarterback thing, when it comes to this draft thing, we keep putting him at the top and then we keep pulling him back out to the top. What is really going on? Before we get into this video though, let's make sure we like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure if you're watching this right now, you like the video so that way we can get back into the algorithm and getting this thing all the way up. You have no idea what it does for the algorithm for us, so make sure you like the video. Let's get into it. Bryce Young, hailing from Alabama, he was one of the most electric quarterbacks in all of football last year. And I'm telling you, man, this guy was doing things we haven't seen from the quarterback position. But he's a little bit under height, he's a little bit undersized, and since then it has caused a lot of cause to pause, a lot of questions, a lot of can he be this on the next level? Can he beat linebackers on the next level? Can he take a hit from a DN and get back up? A lot of people is really giving it to Bryce Young. I'm just trying to understand, at what point do we say, hey, I mean, because first of all, before we say anything, he's already been put in a category. Like, there's two quarterbacks that's been put in a category more than anybody else. That's Stetson Bennett and that's Bryce Young. And like I said, to be 5'11", 6 foot, 100, he was 174 pounds before the combine. And he recently just weighed in at 194 pounds. So with that being said, he bulked up a little bit. But is that really enough for his frame to be able to take punishment on the NFL level? I mean, you're talking about a guy that's 6 in quarterback rating at an 86.2. This guy had 5 interceptions, 32 touchdowns, 3,328 yards. And I'm saying, it's all looking good. It's all what it's supposed to be, but he's supposed to be the consensus number 1 pick. And for some reason, he gets glanced over and glossed over every time just because he's a little bit smaller than Stroud, who sits at 6'3". He's smaller than AR-15, who sits at 6'5" and some change. This guy right here is electric. He's in a smaller body, but he does one thing well. He wins. I mean, let's make no mistake about it. 64% completion rate of his passes is pretty good. Like I said, he averages about 163 yards a game. There's no weakness to his game. He, like I said, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. This guy is a star and a bud in the making. But for some reason, no matter what he does on the field, when it comes to translating to becoming the number 1 pick, a lot of people in the Panther world is saying, no, I do not want him because of his size. Because if he take the wrong hit, imagine if he takes a hit from who's the biggest, Bosa, from a Bosa, or if he takes a hit from the guy. Look, I hate to say it, potentially defensive backs and defensive ends are going to be all over this fella, and that's why you pay your offensive line to make sure that you put this guy, keep him upright. So you got to trust in your offensive line and trust that they keep this guy off the ground. So to me, you go out, you get a left tackle. We got a left tackle in 𝐥𝐸𝐤 that can protect anybody. Myles Garrett didn't even abuse him like how we thought he would this year. So look, I'm under the impression in Carolina, if we were to draft him number 1, he would be okay. I believe his smaller frame look, Drew Brees made it. Is all I'm going to say. He had some injuries along the way. He got injured. We thought potentially San Diego gave up on him too quick, but he still had a Hall of Fame career from the Saints. Look, Tua is going through the same thing in Miami. This is one of those things where smaller quarterbacks with smaller frames, when they take the punishment, their body goes through it. Now, a lot of people are saying you don't want to take a guy number 1 and in 2 or 3 years you have to go out and pick another quarterback. I think that's the consensus of what people are scared of. I don't think Bryce Young will be that guy. I think that this guy could be potentially different, but if I had to make my pick, I would take Bryce Young. If he was an inch or 2 bigger, and had a little bit more weight on his meat, if he was 205 or 215, this guy would be a generational talent, because what he can do from the quarterback position has not been seen since Patty Mahomes. Like I say, so this guy had him been 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". This guy would be something we've never seen before. So I can't negate what I'm seeing from him because of he's just a little bit smaller. I like him. I like what he does on the field. Like I said, I like winning. This guy is a winner. So to all the Carolina Panther fans out there, let's change the narrative of this guy can't get the job done. Let's take a look at it for his full perspective. He's a winner. Let's put him in a position where he can win. Do we take him number 1 overall? If you have the choice to choose between him and CJ Stroud, you got a 6'3" guy that could potentially, take the reins of your offense and really spread it all the way out. I would go with CJ Stroud first. But like I said, I would not. It's not because of Bryce Young's size is why I would say that. It's because, to me, CJ is just a better overall prospect. But I did this video mainly for anybody who's basically signifying that Bryce Young is too small because of his frame. I want you to expand yourself a little bit and just look at his numbers and say, let's give this guy a shot on the NFL level because he's deserved that much. Like I said, this guy is in a position where he can contribute to any team that he goes to and really help them. Look, Kyler Murray is the same size as him. They're almost the same exact size. Give this guy a chance. If we had a chance to trade for Kyler Murray before we had the number 1 pick, I guarantee you would do it 10 times on a Sunday, twice, 3 times in a row, because Kyler Murray is a dog and he can get out there and play. So all I'm saying is no matter how small he may seem, look, it's about the fight of the dog, not the size of the bark. So I like this guy, Bryce Young. Potentially, if we had a chance to get him in Carolina, I would be happy. I would not be upset. Now, like I said, I have my own pickings of who I would like, but I'll take Bryce Young because Bryce Young would signify to me that the franchise is trying to go in the right direction and they're trying to take this thing to the next level and they're trying to put forth a winner here in Charlotte. So I would definitely be delighted if we had him on our team. So make no mistake about it. This has been your boy 𝐤𝐤𝐞. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Look, tell me in the comments, do you like Bryce Young or do you dislike the thought of Bryce Young? And please, if you're going to comment, tell me why. And let it be something other than his size. Because if other than size is that's all you have, please give me a good football reason on why you don't think that this guy would mesh well with the Panthers. And I'll be right here to listen. Look, show that love, man. Like the video. Get us in the algorithm, man. Let's do it.